excluding the youngest children from prosecution leads to better outcomes for youth and increased public safety, and provides children with more direct access to the services needed
I understand that you're appearing here remote. Where are you located today?
in New York.
Okay. Do you have any knowledge about Connecticut law and procedure with regard to juveniles?
So we're a national-based organization, and so my knowledge of Connecticut is just based on our research nationally on each state and the laws in that state. So we produce a state ratings report every year that looks at 12 different categories of the law and how each state treats a child in each of those interactions. And so that is the research I've done into Connecticut on our 12 categories of law.
Okay,
And
so
minimum age is one of those.
yeah, so I'm just trying to figure out because I've been to juvenile court, with juveniles. So, and I think you answered the question already. I just wanted to make sure. So you're basing your support on international law and the fact that somebody has decreed that 14, no matter the demographics of the individual, is the appropriate age?
Not completely. So we, as I was saying, we base our framework on international human rights laws, but also we reframe it in the national context of the US. And so there are a number of states in the US who have adopted very similar laws to this that raise the age for the less serious offenses to 12, 13, 14 years old. And then for more serious offenses, allow carve outs to the law where children younger can be charged.
So when you say the less serious offenses, I believe under the language that is actually before us, a juvenile or an individual who is under the age of 14 years cannot be arrested for a Class A misdemeanor. Am I reading that correctly?
That was my understanding. So my understanding was that the children under 14 that could be arrested, the carve-outs were for A or B felonies.
Okay. So are you aware of what Class A misdemeanors are in Connecticut?
So I don't want to misspeak. I don't have that kind of knowledge of specific Connecticut criminal provisions off the top of my head. And I will leave that to other members who are testifying today who are going to have better knowledge of that.
I just want to bring to your attention that there are some significant Class A misdemeanors in this state. Strangulation or suffocation of another individual is a Class A misdemeanor. So what we would have before us is that if one perpetrated that and they were under the age of 14, they could not be arrested. Criminally negligent homicide, 53A 58, is also a Class A misdemeanor. So I understand the level of acumen, and I appreciate your candor with regard to the answers to the questions. And thank you, Mr. Chairman.